Hey! It's great to see you all in another video about the development of the 1960s mod. First off, I was asked to share some important information with you. Well, as you probably know, the creator of the mod has started a new semester at university, which means he has less time to work on the project. However, that doesn't discourage him. In the meantime, to keep the channel active, he's been making small mods just for fun. They're doing their best, but the game is quite unstable. That's just the reality. Yandere simulator isn't easy to modify. Sometimes commands that always worked suddenly start malfunctioning and can even break everything in the end. Additionally, as you know, Yandere simulator has been moved to the Unity 6 engine. However, we've decided to keep our mod on the older version because we're afraid that transferring everything might cause irreversible damage. Because of this, the creator has started experimenting with the game files, and you'll soon see the results of that. Now for some more exciting news, I was in a film. More precisely, in the trailer for the Voice of Love project, which I think turned out amazing. The link to it will be in the video description. A big shout out to everyone I had the pleasure of meeting on set. One more thing. Together with our friend, we've decided to co-manage a Discord server. He shares his projects there, and we have our own special channel for ours. The link to the Discord server is also in the description. And now, enjoy the video.
During World War II, Japanese scientific units conducted secret experiments aimed at creating the perfect soldier. These experiments took place in isolated research facilities and were kept strictly confidential from the rest of the world. Scientists experimented on young women, exposing them to unknown chemical substances and radiation in an attempt to influence fetal development at the embryonic stage. The official goal was to create stronger and more resilient individuals. But the effects of these actions were unpredictable. After Japan's surrender, the researchers tried to erase all evidence of their work, but some of the women were rescued and placed in secure facilities. Initially, it was believed that the experiments had permanently damaged their bodies. Most of the subjects had lost the ability to conceive. However, 5 years after the war ended, one of the surviving women unexpectedly gave birth to healthy twins, a boy and a girl. To the doctor's astonishment, the boy had an unusual light pink hair color that had never appeared in his family before. Over the years, similar cases began to emerge among other women who had been subjected to the experiments. Their children were born with extraordinary traits, unusual hair and eye colors, and in some cases, increased resistance to certain diseases. At first, these occurrences were dismissed as rare mutations, but as their numbers grew, scientists suspected that the effects of wartime experiments had been passed down to future generations. As time went on, these genes became more widespread, and society gradually adapted to the presence of new physical traits in people. As a result, in the world of the game, more and more characters over time exhibit unique hair and eye colors, a legacy of forgotten wartime experiments. Surebu Ishida is Dozuki's senpai. I was lucky that Yandere Dev revealed his original name before I released this video. Surebu is very reserved, shy, and sensitive, with a rather fragile mental state. His main struggles stem from feeling alienated due to his unusual hair color, which is a crucial element in this story and the reason why so many girls are interested in him. Surebu is required to wear a pink star-shaped pin on his school uniform jacket, as a sign that his appearance is the result of a medical condition. By the way, as you can see, I added a neck scarf to the boy's uniform. His sister, though his twin, looks very different from him. Saori is his complete opposite, as if she was born with all the confidence and willpower he lacks. She is a bold woman who isn't afraid to stand her ground to defend her beliefs. She opposes traditions and actively fights for equality. She plays a crucial role in the mod, as she is determined to protect her weaker brother at all costs. Dozuki won't be able to get rid of her without triggering a bad ending. Instead, throughout the game, she will have to win Saori's trust. The first rival, Maria Kisaragi, is inspired by the removed gloomy rival from the 1980s mod. She is a young scientist who dedicates most of her time to studying atmospheric phenomena. As a little girl, she was struck by lightning and miraculously survived. As a result of the incident, her new hair began growing completely white, lacking any pigment beyond a certain point. Additionally, her eyesight deteriorated. Maria deliberately chose not to cut off her now white strands, as they symbolize her determination to live and continue exploring the world. She serves as a source of support for Senpai, who struggles to accept himself. Magun Sakura is a young school psychologist who comes from a poor but happy family. As you probably know from previous videos, she founded the School Life Club to help students in need and provide them with better educational opportunities. During the first week, Magun will have daily sessions with Senpai in her office. Saori, as you can see, is wearing a rather short skirt to emphasize her rebellion against the system. Occasionally, Dozuki will receive letters in his shoe locker requesting meetings. In order to build trust with Senpai's sister, Dozuki will have to complete a task for her each week after becoming friends with her. Dozuki may be eavesdropping on Senpai's consultation with Megune. I won't spoil the whole thing. I'll just show the first day as an example of what to expect. From now on, there's a board with the rules in school, and on Monday, you can interact with it to start the expulsion elimination method. Using the thoughts displayed in the upper left corner of the screen, the player is directed from point A to point B. Dazuki, as usual, is able to search her rival's bag. However, in this case, she doesn't read the diary, but instead looks through lists or personal items that might lead her to a potential problem with her rival. Kataba will perform tasks for Dazuki's rivals under various fictitious identities so as not to expose her daughter to danger. Dazuki is unable to ask her rival to let her get close to Senpai. Instead, she tries to discourage her rival from continuing her relationship with the boy. I've changed the money panel to display the yen symbol in parentheses to indicate that the original prices are in yen. The game then converts them into dollars for easier understanding of the item's value. New body model for nurse. I modified the new surroundings mode for this project. I managed to give portraits to characters with ID above 97, which only display in custom mode. Every day at lunchtime, Saisho Saiku appears in the headmaster's office. The school is in negotiations to sell to Saiku's company. Unable to change the names of the shops, I decided to remove all the panels and create new ones already on the building textures. Due to numerous problems, I decided to change the jewelry store to a perfume store. As you can see, I also changed the prices to be higher and more realistic. The names of the perfumes are taken from the French, which in the 60s symbolized luxury. Instead of illegal substances, Dozuki is able to buy a new weapon from the Yakuza, the garrote. The garrote will appear at her locker every day. Illegal substances can now be purchased from a delinquent at school. After school, Dozuki is able to go to Baraza town. It is just decoration for now, but in the future, it will be the place for new events Senpai has with rivals. Dozuki can also steal illegal substances from her parents, but this is a one-time option. On the weekend, Dozuki spends her free time alone at Kataba's family home, which now functions as a summer house. In this way, Dozuki aims to disconnect from the world, immerse herself in literature, and simply calm her thoughts. During her stay, Dozuki may find letters or diary fragments that offer a deeper insight into her grandparents' lives before they passed away. Yes, the Aishi family in this mod is Christian. I know that Christianity was not widespread in Japan in the 1960s, but it wasn't impossible either. I made this decision because I come from a Christian family myself, and I have known the rituals and traditions since I was little, which gives me confidence that I can present it in an appropriate light. I prefer not to touch on religions I'm completely unfamiliar with, as it is a very sensitive topic and I don't want to offend anyone. At first, I thought that the Dozuki mod would be enough to tell the new story of the Aishi family, but I was wrong. For this reason, the Kataba story mode was created. It will be quite short, focusing on walking from point A to point B. It will be something like an interactive movie divided into 2 acts. The first will tell the story of Kataba's teenage years, while the second will focus on her adult life as a young mother. As you can see, I gave Kataba a new school uniform because her canonical one is too simple and boring in my opinion.
That's all for today. You might think we went overboard with the spoilers, but we promise that the next rivals won't be revealed like this before the full mod release. With the first week, we just wanted to show you what you can expect from the upcoming weeks of gameplay. Thank you for your patience, and see you next time.